Hi everybody, here is the lesson on energy, and we're going to cover three main topics in this first video. So as we get started here, I want you to just think about the term energy. And what do you think of when you see this term? Take a minute and just write down what you think when you hear this word or when you see this word. So pause me and do that. Okay, I'm just going to continue. So I know some of you probably thought about, I gotta find a spot where I'm not covering up what's on the screen. You probably thought about energy drinks. Some of you thought about refineries and wind energy and, electricity and food. All of those things would be correct. So in the very basic terms, energy is simply the ability to do work. The SI unit that we measure energy is joules, just like we have grams of mass or we have meters for length. To measure energy, we use the term joules, okay? And when work is done, energy has been transferred from one object to another. So when you boot a soccer ball, when you transfer your energy from your leg to the soccer ball, you have done work on the soccer ball, okay? That's one explanation. This could be the energy of motion when you move yourself, or energy could also mean the energy that is stored inside food, like the spaghetti or like the Red Bull. I do want you to go click on this link here. It will take you to a short online textbook where you can read more about energy. Alrighty. Next, the type of energy, I'm going to be all over here today, is kinetic energy, and this is basically the energy of motion. So all these pictures here, the bee flying, its wings have lots of kinetic energy. The guy on the motorcycle, there's kinetic energy in the moving parts. There's kinetic energy of him because he's actually moving through the air. There's energy in the water that's falling there, and there's obviously light energy and heat energy in the bottom right photo there. But anywhere you see movement, the movement of your blood through your blood vessels is also considered kinetic energy, okay? It has a fancy equation, which I don't think is really that fancy, but it is the mass of the object in kilograms times the velocity, so how fast it's going, what direction. We square only the velocity, and then you divide all of that by 2. So you'll need to remember your PEMDAS rules here. Okay, we'll get to that later. Okay, again, I'd like you to click here and read more about kinetic energy. Okay, potential energy is our next type, and this is stored energy. This is the energy of position or of chemical potential. So any food would be chemical potential energy because that energy is stored in that food until you do what? Until you eat the food and your body breaks it down and pulls the energy out, and then you actually use that energy to move your body, right? So there's energy stored in foods, but also if you were to, for example, perch a water bottle on the edge of a table, okay? Because that water bottle is, 3 feet or so off the ground, it has the energy to fall off, okay? So the higher you raise it off the ground, think about this, if it were only 3 inches off the ground and you made it fall off, would it create a big old thud? Not really. But the higher you raise it off the ground, if you were to drop it from 3 feet, that would hurt worse on your, let's say you dropped it on your toe. That would hurt worse dropping on your toe than, say, 3 inches. You take that water bottle up way over your head and drop it on your toe, that's going to hurt even worse than dropping it from 3 feet, right? So potential energy of position, because, if we have skiers out there, think about being perched at the top of a mountain. You're going to ski down the mountain. The higher you are up, okay, the more energy you potentially have. So this equation's a little bit easier than the other one. It's simply mgh, just straight multiplication here. So this is the mass of the object, again in kilograms, times gravity, which here on Earth is always going to be 9.8. Okay, times the height off the ground, and that will be in meters. So it's just a straight multiplication problem. Again, the label would be in joules. Read here for more info about potential energy. And we have, of course, I had to include Wile E. Coyote. He's in trouble here. Look at his face. He's trapped in the middle of all these TNT explosive, because TNT is not dangerous until it's lit, right? And he has, looks like, some energy in the form of fire and heat above his head, and that is not a good place to be in. The little girl on the sled, so right now the only force that's keeping her in place is her mom or big sister holding the edge of the sled. Once she lets go, that potential energy will be released and she's going to fly down the hill. And then we have this amazing gymnast that, because she's off the ground, there is energy stored in her body, but she's also using her muscular energy to control when and how that will happen. Okay, so don't forget to read this. And that's it for the first video. There will be another one later on this week, and so I hope I didn't take up too much of your time.